What's up, Hippo lovers? WTF happened in May 2024. In October, we will have a $150,000 Age of Empires 2 tournament in a castle in Spain organized by Red Bull. 2 players invited, Tero already known, and now added the Viper, the last 2 champions of the big Red Bull LAN event. We will also have the last chance qualifier for 2 more spots, and 4 of the total of 8 spots are decided through who has the highest rating achieved on the Red Bull Warlords Ladder. I can give you the updates and the standings as we speak right now. Highest elo is the most important one, not current elo. And you can see Viper and Tero will be forbidden to play the last 3 weeks or something. And there will be a massive run. We are 9 weeks out right now. The cutoff date is 28th of July. Will be really interesting. Lots of people started to grind quite heavily. We had, I think, Huang playing 400 games in the first 6 days or something. I will post the exact amounts down below. It's a crazy grind that some people already started. It slowed down a bit now in preparation for another S-tier tournament. And yeah, this will be really interesting. I think June will be rather slow with this as well, but July will be really important. Closing the window, forgot about that, but you had some more time to look through the stats. Then we had a tournament that had quite some upsets early on, the Thalassorcracy Cup. And we know from last episode that we had Hera and Viper falling quite early. Which we didn't know was that Doubt or Tero, who were the big favorites together with Mr. Yo, did not make it. But it was Sebastian. His first big tournament win here, going through Sorakuma, who eliminated Hera, then Nikov 3-0 through Tero, and then through Doubt, who won the semifinal against Mr. Yo there. Absolutely crazy performance and his biggest breakthrough. But we had more from him. As we can see over here, that was not the only tournament that he won during that month. He also won Copa Latino America. Beat Fire, beat Nikov, and then beat Hard, which was a pretty crazy run. And we can just look at his last wins and what big scalps he had. World Rumble 2, only losing against the eventual winner. And then Mihai, Sorakuma, Nikov, Sorakuma again, ACCM in the Warlords Qualifier, Fire, Tero, Doubt, Nikov, Hard. Just a crazy run. Warning, might be bright a bit. This is the tournament elo development for Sebastian over the last month and years. Pretty crazy, just going up, and took world rank number 8 there. And with Jordan being inactive, that's actually world rank number 7 there in AoE elo, so we'll have really good seedings for a really long time. Then we are talking about Warlords Qualifiers already. The big $45,000 S-tier tournament hosted by MEMP coming up, and that will be the main feature over the next, when you see this video, 8-9 days. The main event stage happening there. We already had the qualifiers. Nikov winning there against Leary. Margougou, what happened here? We will find out soon. Other people going through. Sebastian again, big win here against ACCM. Doubt beating Hard in quite convincing fashion. Sito beating Mihai, who won against Villiser before. MBL beating against Vivi, who beat Andy beforehand. Balz beating Winchester. Qualifier number 2, Leary going through after all. ACCM going through. And as you can see, not the craziest upsets, but obviously now we have a lot of really strong players not making main events here. It's just crazy how high the level is. Like Capot getting 4-0'd. Mihai not making it, Dragonstar not making it. It's quite tough. And we will have the Warlords main event having those matchups. Nikov, although he had such a crazy run in the qualifier, getting Viper again, feels very unlucky in all those qualifications. Feels a bit Nikov, man, but they are crazy matchups. Lots of people love to see Yo versus Sebastian. I think that could be the best match of round number 1. Obviously, Sito MBL is a nice clash of styles as well. This will be really interesting format. As you all know, there are different groups of maps, and therefore you will have in a best of 7. I think all those 7 groups played and only 1 map out of each category. So should be quite diverse when it comes to maps. So, Margougou, qualifier number 1, did not go too well for him. He actually locked himself out, or more like the doorknob fell. And yeah, therefore no battery on his phone, couldn't get out of his room and couldn't play the first qualifier. And then you think, okay, no worries, he will play the second qualifier. Actually, no. And we have quite some drama surrounding that. So, this is him tweeting that he gets admin loss. Although he said, okay, I have baptism of my sister and I couldn't play. This is only part of the story. Lots of people felt like, okay, wow, this is really weird by the admins not giving you extra time. I will try to summarize the story a bit more. I got my notes somewhere. So basically, he couldn't play during the time frame that was initially scheduled. He knew that, obviously, weeks and months ahead of time, but didn't really communicate that to the admins. He only communicated that on really short notice. He already scheduled with his next opponent for 1 day later, and even could play the in the evening, like 1 a.m. his time, or like 1 a.m. GMT, maybe 3 a.m. his time, something like that. Admins felt like, okay, lots of people ask us for extensions, 3 people, I believe, and we said no to all of them, so we will also say no to you. So no extension given there. And then he felt unfairly treated by the admin and sent the screenshots of the talk with one admin to another admin and to the tournament host Memp, and made some edits there in the post, which his intention was to clear it up a bit more and like give more detail. But obviously if you like try to copy a private conversation and then edit it, it gave a weird feeling. So a bit weird situation there. Obviously, this is again the fight players versus tournament organizers, right? How bad is it to extend it 1 day? How bad is it to extend 2 days? Where do we draw the line? How many people do we allow to reschedule? How many people do we allow? Like, if you have one clear line and say Sunday 23:59 UTC is the deadline, no extensions, then I can understand it. It obviously feels bad out of the player point of view. I think Margougou should have communicated a bit earlier to avoid it and just get stuff out a bit earlier. Yeah, pretty tricky situation there. I think one thing I wanted to say more that I forgot already, though. Yeah, the editing. Yeah, so tricky situation. You obviously want to have lots of games played, and there were rounds behind. You don't want to really delay it too much. And then Margougou made a long post trying to put everything into perspective. I will link you everything there. Yeah. And then we have a new esports team that is into Age of Empires 2, which are great news. We did not have Age of Empires 2 teams joining in quite some time. Especially teams that picked up more than one player, right? We had Togao switching a bit. In China, we had some switches, but the main players are My Insanity and maybe some Russians. But yeah, like it feels like an international company based in Germany, I believe, but international stuff. Wants to add some Age of Empires player. And so far, mixed knowledge about this. They mainly revealed their social media team. So from left to right, Philip, that was the not the original, but the team manager of GL Age of Empires at one point. JBR, host of tournaments such as TTL. Daniela, streamer. Paradox, host of the Last Nations Cup, and Shubda, you might know him like doing a lot of merchandise stuff, for example, NAC hoodies and such. So 5 people that worked a lot behind the scenes, know the community really well. Daniela, obviously the most public face out of all of them. And quite interesting that they already have a 5-people team. I think by the moment we uploaded this video, there were some more teasers. By now, it's known that Hart is joining Wii Sports. And in some form, Leary was connected. There was a post by Philip in the Red Bull Discord that Leary will have a lot of motivation to train for the Red Bull Ladder. I let you read into whatever you want. That's only a rumor, but so far confirmed is Hart, which is really nice that we have another big, well, like maybe becoming big brand interested in Age of Empires. Age of Noob, if you don't know what happened last month, lots of controversial stuff between Age of Empires. He announced he will step back from Age of Empires content, YouTube account with over 40,000 subscribers, really good click numbers. Not supporting Age of Empires anymore because I think what mainly happened behind the scenes there. Pretty sad, but yeah, simply what happened. Look ahead. Obviously, as you know, Warlords is the main story for the next 9 days, and then you might enjoy a bit of 4v4 team games. Raged Forest, a tournament where there are 16 captains and they draft their players. As you can see, some friends here, Hera, Lewis are together. Then there's a full Taiwan squad, for example. And this is, yeah, a fan favorite for sure, 4v4 Black Forest, running over the next 6 or 7 weeks, I believe. And now group stage starting and then the brackets. MBL not allowed to participate because of his behavior in previous Rage Forest events. Then we have the clip of the month. And this one is, to me, one of the reasons why Hera is the clear #1 in the world right now. He is simply doing stuff that others, even on the top level, are not doing. And honestly, this feels a bit disgusting even, how crazy good his micro is. For everyone who doesn't or wouldn't naturally understand it, he takes his Arbalest group, and if all Arbalests are shooting on one Cavalier, you do way more damage than you need to kill one Cavalier. So he splits them into 2 groups and alternates shooting to do more damage overall and don't do too much over damage.
Take the ones to the front.
It feels like a machine gun, doesn't it? Like, this is just ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. And then we have a clip of Mr. Doubt, not too happy to not make too much love with his best friend, the market.
Don't even care about scouting him. No market yet? Yes, I will get it. Just wanna see where do I drop it. Don't you worry that a little bit. Problem with this map is I hate this map. I mean, what the fuck? Drop it here, like, damn, this map deserves to be banned.
Overall feedback for the Red Bull maps not too great. And yeah, screenshot of the month, obviously a pretty easy one here, we would say. Fields Margougou, man. Okay, that is it from me from May. I hope you enjoyed this episode. That's it from me. Goodbye. Hippo love.